Testing. Hello. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of NationDan. My name is Ari. I have Ethan. Also, we have two special guests right here. We got Hectagon Pizza, and we got Eve. Papas. Papas. We have Papas. Yeah, Papas.
Wait, that's his name's Papas?
Papas.
When did you guys call him Papas?
Papas. No, that's how you say to a dog. Papas.
Oh.
Go help Papas.
So
is he walking? Is he walking on the?
No, he's.
Oh, he's. I think he's coming down now. Oh, don't worry.
Okay.
He's good. He's fine. So how you guys day?
My day was pretty good. Went to Wonder Spaces.
Oh, nice.
Chilled out.
Just chill. Just
yeah,
Wonder
it was pretty
Space.
fun.
So yeah, we went to Wonder Space.
And Werewolf.
And Werewolf. It was delicious. Actually, I really enjoyed
Really
it.
good. That waiter was cute.
Next time we should go like in a whole pack. Just
A whole pack of werewolves.
it's like werewolf.
The whole pack.
Totally.
Instead of being wolf, we should be just pigs. It was like we came to the
we're
wrong.
gonna get cooked.
We came to the wrong. We came to the wrong bar, man. Just like there, just and we're like, oh guys, what you guys doing here? It's like, oh no, we're pigs. But no, it was actually great.
How about you?
I
What
really
did you
enjoyed
two
it.
do today? You guys just come here and chill?
No, literally, I went to pick her up and then just stay here and then literally did wait for you.
When did you guys? When did
Around
you guys?
12.
Around 12. Really? Just around 12?
Yeah, around 12.
So like when I got home. just,
Literally
like,
when you got
guys
home. Yeah.
Really? I guess.
Yeah, no, literally. I went to pick her up and then from there we went to Starbucks. And then we chilled there for a little bit and then just...
see, that's why I was like, you didn't do anything before and you slept the rest of the day away, man.
No, I didn't.
I've been up since 2. Been up since 2.
Nah, man. No, literally, I just went to pick her up and then just went to Starbucks and that's it. We just stayed there for a little
Work
bit.
sucked. Work sucked as usual.
No, like, luckily...
Well, I mean, it didn't necessarily suck. We actually had more people today.
Oh, we also had a...
But I snuck out. I made sure not to see my boss until it was time for me to clock out. So I clocked out and I just...
Wait, so you snuck out for your job day?
Because normally, well, I'll get like he'll ask me to stay like an hour for overtime.
Right.
I was like, no, I'm good. I'm just gonna put this away. I'm like, here you go, and I'm just like kind of like walked behind him, put my gun away, walked all the way to the other side of the building so I can.
Not
clock
today.
out.
Not today.
He clocked out, and I see my other coworkers just like kind of like speed walking out of there.
It's like, okay, hopefully he doesn't see me. He doesn't see me.
He didn't see me.
Thank
Then
God.
again, you know.
I mean, you're short as hell, so he's not gonna see you.
Don't matter.
He's like,
Everyone
hey,
else in the
hey,
afternoon
how?
shifts, every
Hey,
time
how?
they see me, they go like, "Hey!" I'm like, "Oh no."
Yeah, why do
I
I
wanna
have to
see
be here
anything.
again?
And then they always give me those the wrong like the nicknames. So it's like all the old guys call me Uncle Ethan, and I'm just like, I'm younger than all of you.
back in my day when
And then-
dabbing was actually good.
And then all the really tall people call me Big E, and I'm like, I'm the shortest person here. Call me Big E, and then trying to see what else did they call me?
Oh wait, have you ever seen Pink Ball Fury?
Yes.
When when it's like, it's like, damn, that guy is so tough. That's not your challenger. It's like a little girl with her backpack Dora the Explorer. She's like, oh yeah, she starts playing. I was like, oh, just like that. You're like, here comes the big boss, and you're like,
No.
my
But
mom
yeah, it
told
happens
my
every
turn
time.
to
Oh, well, I mean,
Xbox.
there's one guy who just goes young man to me all the time.
I mean, that's not that bad.
Yeah, he's Mr. Benny.
Oh no,
He's the Mr. Benny. Or his name
No.
is Benny, so.
oh no more
He's
Bennies
nicer
in
than
the
your
world.
Benny. He's nicer than your Benny.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, that makes sense.
Benny isn't that bad.
Okay, Benny is he's
Benny's sexist.
you know that, right?
Yeah. Like when I was working at Starbucks, there was me working with Violet and Whitney. We were closing. I'd like be at the counter by myself, and he walked in was like, okay, everything going good? I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. And I'm like literally just like kind of like doing nothing, just like
Right.
waiting for the next customer because I already cleaned everything. So then he goes off, and then the other two come back from break. I'm like, okay, it's my turn to go on break. I head off, and I start waiting in the back. I come back, 15 minutes later, and then they're all like, Benny just yelled at us. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, where's Whitney? He's like, Whitney's on the lane. And I'm just like, why? He's like, he said we were doing nothing, slacking off. I'm like, there was me earlier just like,
I already told you the story about me that Joanna hates me.
Joanna, yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about the bell?
About the
Or
bell.
is it all in general?
Pretty much everything in general.
It's weird. Joanna was nice.
Yeah.
Everyone was
was
nice to me. I
nice.
didn't get on anyone's bad side.
Yes,
Except for
yeah.
Troy.
Troy, yeah.
Really, Troy's nice too.
No.
Well, everyone's nice to me.
Troy was unfortunately the person who always had to tell me bad news. So like if I were to ever get in trouble, Troy would be the one doing it, telling me that I'm in trouble.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, I mean, it's your job, but at the same time, I don't like you now. I know it's not your fault, but like, forget you.
So isn't that right?
Same for
Jesus?
David, but I don't think you knew who David was. David Smith,
Oh, okay. No.
Black
never.
David.
Oh no! Yes.
Black
the,
David?
card attendant.
No,
There's another guy named David.
Oh no, Black David LOD.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I
He's,
thought-
so I found out he's a drag queen, and he I think it's like every Saturday or Sunday he goes to Lips in full drag, and I was just like, what? No way!
I gotta
And
meet this guy.
Right?
and then
Sounds cool.
the Mexican David card attendant, you don't
Okay.
know him because
No.
he left before I left. He's like, no, seriously, I found him on Facebook, and I even met him there. And I was just like, what? Shows me all the pictures. I'm like, damn, I did not know this. But he was also like super like chill because he was LOD, so he had actual like privileges where he can just like take vacations and take days off with no issues. Cause he's still getting paid a lot, not like us where we're getting paid like minimum wage and suffering. But he took off a whole week to play Pokemon
Go or just
Pokemon
Switch?
Go and Breath of the Wild. Took a whole week off just to play like that when it first
Oh
came
my
out.
God.
I was just
Damn.
like, are you serious? And when he's walking around the store, he has a little Pokeball thing where he just like taps it and then keeps
Oh,
walking.
does he have like the
Taps
little
and
thing
keeps
that goes
walking.
like?
Yeah.
Gotta
yeah.
catch him.
Yeah, he has the little Pokeball.
I always wanted to buy it just for the fun of it. Imagine
It's expensive though.
that would be funny if we all dress up like really like Pokemon characters, and then we're like, gotta catch them.
Mina,
He
all.
yeah.
also was the one who had to
Dressing up
get
as
me in
Pokemon
trouble.
characters.
But he was
Yeah.
pretty chill.
Yeah, it would be funny.
Like the it was my second time working there, and the first time I met him, he yelled at me, cause he's like, "Don't be riding the carts." But I'm like, "I'm short." I was fast and efficient, sir. He's like, "Don't ride the carts." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, okay," cause I was riding the carts. I was like, "I just need to grab these last two."
I do it when I do my mall run, and I don't do them when I'm there. And then I remember one time, one of the guys, what's his name, Julian. He did that inside of the store.
Riding the carts.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
It's horrible.
If you lean on the carts and you like kind of glide for a few steps, they don't really care. But like pushing it and trying to go as fast as you can, I got in trouble. And just Troy always had to get me in trouble, or be the one to tell me I was in trouble. I'm just like, what did I do? Why is it always you?
You're too short.
I figured that. But yeah, he was also favoriting all the Starbucks girls,
No.
which is weird because he's gay.
No, yeah, I know. I heard that.
He's been gay.
I know.
like,
No,
hopefully
no,
not.
I didn't know.
Or
until,
that he-
I didn't know that he was gay until like literally 3 months later after I was working there, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Kind of acts like it though.
I don't want
like
to
the
ask him. It's like, hey, are you gay?
You can just ask anyone else.
No, that's mean. I don't want to go into a person and be like, hey,
Be like,
excuse me,
hey,
you
no.
look kind of gay. Are you
He
gay?
doesn't look gay.
Right?
Yes.
Isn't
yes.
it weird? It's like, hey, excuse me, ma'am. I don't want to be rude or anything, but are you a lesbian? You kind of look like a lesbian. Tell me, are you a lesbian?
Hi, nice to meet you. Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Why are you
It's like, I'm not gay.
I'm not gay.
Who's
You
gay?
are gay.
No, I'm not gay. But yeah, it's stupid. Why would I do that? It's like saying,
I mean, he
oh,
was chill
you look
about
like a
it.
fag. Are you a fag?
Well, that's pushing it.
Exactly.
Asking if you're
It's
gay.
kind of like the same thing.
No, it's 20. At the time it was 2019 for you, 2018 and 17 for me. So
Pretty much.
it
Welcome
was
to the
acceptable.
future.
You gotta change with the times,
Yeah.
Daniel. Yeah.
You have to pass a note instead.
Pass a note. Oh yeah.
That was with the triangle.
Just wait.
But that was funny
Read
thing
it.
if you missed and it ended up going somewhere else, he was still reading.
When it
I'm
hits
like,
the teacher.
no, there was this one time for the because the teacher is like he's really like sensitive, like anything like big or small will trigger him. So what
Wait,
we
who?
did, I don't know what his name. His name was
wait,
Mr. Corriente. You know who it is, right? back in high school, there was this teacher that he was so sensitive. Like, he's so sensitive. I don't know why. But when he turned around, he was writing stuff. All of us in the middle, we got paper walls and started throwing at him. Like, we're all throwing at the same time. And then it goes, boom. And then he turned around and was like, who did that? And we're like... he just stood there like...
Dead ass.
He started crying.
Why are you making teachers cry, man?
It wasn't our fault.
I mean...
Hey, they told us they did the same thing, so I did it too. I was like... It's like, hey guys, some other guys throw paper at him, so... let's do the same thing. Let's see him cry.
Gotta do it every year.
God damn it. Once a week. He's like, oh no, he's Friday. So he has like a mirror. He was like,
I'm watching you guys.
I'm watching you guys.
Close blinks.
Somebody uses a phone so you can shine the figure like, I'm playing. No, that's horrible, man.
I'm trying to remember if there's any like teachers that I just really didn't like at high school. But I guess I didn't like Mr. Dumez.
Oh, no.
He was the AP World History teacher, and I took AP World History, and then I took his class for 3 weeks. Everyone in that class except for like 2 people were failing right at the beginning, because he'd hand out like a 3-page packet of homework every class, and then he'd have a quiz every class. I didn't like him. But he also was like, my class is going to be extremely tough, so, you know, if you don't want to be here, leave. And I'm like, my teacher told me to go to this class. They gave me that class instead of freaking geography. So I didn't even take geography. I'm just like, where's Texas?
What was your extra class?
My extra classes?
Yeah, like your, yeah.
Like for fun classes?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't take a lot of for fun classes because I was always in a... I did band for the first year. Second year, I took a bunch of AP classes, which was so stupid. I didn't have like a lot of fun, but I always had ROTC every 4 years.
Oh.
For all the 4 years, so that was technically my fun class.
Yeah.
I did band. My fun class that I took senior year was fire science.
Oh, that's
that?
cool.
First responder.
Mm-hmm.
First responder, and that was fun because Mr. Nichols was pretty chill, and he was, if anyone was like picking on someone, he saw it, he'd be like, I'm gonna turn around, you hit him. He's just like, what? He turns around, and one kid took it and socked the kid, and he fell off the chair, and he turns back and he's just like, oh my god, are you okay? Did you fall? He was a freaking dope teacher. He since when it was first responders, and it was also the year he's retiring, so he didn't give like 2 shits about anything. He's all like, okay, we're just gonna watch some movies for the rest of class. I'm just like, what? That's dope. And he's like, did anyone have any like medical shows or anything? I'm like, I got House, so I bring House. So I'm just like, what? So the whole last semester of the class was just watching House.
I mean, that sounds like it was pretty fun though.
It was pretty fun. And I also cook a lot of food in this class because he had a microwave. And he's like, I was like, I'm kind of hungry. Do you mind if I eat? He's like, no, go ahead. And I go into his like office room,
mm-hmm.
and I come out with like a chicken pot pie, some rice, ramen, and he's just like looking. I'm like, I got some popcorn if you want some. He's like, go pop it.
What about you, Eve? You had any other classes or like special classes or fun classes you've had?
I was one of those got homeschooled in high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were homeschooled.
Yeah. It was pretty interesting. It was online. And there was a lot of times where I wanted to take a fun class or something I was interested in, but the label was misleading. Like, apparently bookkeeping isn't actually learning about, like, library stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's accounting. That was really disappointing.
Oh, no. What about you? Do you have any fun classes?
The only fun class that I remember taking was theater. I am the shyest person you will ever meet, but theater was just fun for me because I love singing, I love dancing, but I just get really shy and nervous around everyone.
No, the fun classes I had is drama and
Everybody's
drama and then ceramics and
oh, dude, I wanted to
remember
take ceramics.
ceramics
but you had to pay
was
for it.
awesome. It was pretty good. It was awesome. It was amazing. And then the third class I had before I got kicked out, it was what's it called, filming.
Oh,
with
see,
Mr.
they took
Ramirez.
it out though.
No.
Oh
it was
wait,
still there.
no, that's
It was
right. They
still
still
there.
had.
It was
No,
still
they
there.
changed it to multimedia.
Multimedia.
Is the name.
Yeah.
Is the name of it. I took multimedia. That's right.
Yeah.
I took that class.
Yeah, multimedia
I
was
forgot about
amazing with Mr. Ramirez. Like, he was the most chillest guy.
That no,
you know,
that
he
was just
was,
my chill. That was my
yeah,
other
he was
chill
literally
class.
like he really didn't give a crap about like homework and everything. Like your homework is like, okay, learn how to use a green screen. Bye.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I'm like, whoa! But after that they switched me to to drama class.
They
I kept
cut
because
his funding though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when they cut his funding, he had to kind of get
Yeah.
more serious about it. So they give it back to
have
him.
you been there when his funding was going down? I was there, and you know what he told us? Make something on YouTube to actually raise money. And that's what actually made me.
No,
go
I was
into
the
YouTube.
only
Because-
person in the class who fucking. He's like, okay, guys, we're gonna just make a PowerPoint. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, for us it was like,
No,
like,
'cause
hey, you want
they
to
took
make
it
money?
from him.
Here you go ahead.
They took it from him, or they said he couldn't
Yeah.
use it. I was just like, oh man, dude, all the fun stuff was gone. But I just basically used that class to chat with like 3 or 4 people. And
Me and my
then,
friends used to play Minecraft just all day. Just play Minecraft.
I got the
all day.
Minecraft back on there.
Surprise.
Dude, I found it on there. I was like, oh. And I got my friend Jacob, and I was like, just get on the USB and put it on the other computer. There's people playing Halo and everything.
Oh, wow.
No, but yeah, like he was. That's actually the first thing when I went to his class. That was exactly the first thing. That's the reason why I started YouTube. I used to have a channel called Random Mexicans, but what happened is that it was back then something like that is pretty bad because Random Mexicans
got
it's like
flagged.
flagged. So what they did is that they terminated my channel, and they say I had to wait 4 years or 3 years, and then, or else just make a new one. So I ended up doing this one.
Oh.
But right now I can say it because I mean it's not bad.
It's 2019.
2019
man. It
doesn't
doesn't
matter. The joke is a joke. You knocked the mic out with your sword.
Nicely done.
Nicely done.
Nicely done.
You owe me $3.
That does remind me though, back when I was in public school, I had this technology teacher who was like low-key just smoking pot illegally because this was back in Virginia. So he would leave the class and we would all play roller coaster simulator because apparently that teaches us about construction tech.
No, it's fucking amazing.
And he would just be smoking pot in the back room.
He's like, yeah, today guys, we're gonna
but
open
dude,
our
remember all-
minds.
But my year was the year of all the scandals,
Oh,
which just ruined senior year. Like other than stuff I was doing by myself, so like they cut the funding for my clubs that I was in charge of. I couldn't fundraise.
now I can confess right now, and they can't do shit to me anymore because I don't go to that school anymore. Guess who was the one who threw the RTC car inside the pool?
Who? It wasn't you, was it? You were the one who did that?
Me and 5 other guys.
Suck, man. You don't get it. I could have drove that. Then we lost it.
Yeah, you're right. In the news, it's like, yeah, some kids went inside the RTC, grabbed the car, and threw it in the water, in the pool. And we wanted to fill it up with Kool-Aid, but it was like, yeah, it's too expensive.
You ass, dude. It was so... They restricted so much shit because of that. I couldn't drive the car. There's only a couple of people were
It
able to
was
drive the car.
funny.
Yeah,
It was
but not only that,
funny.
but we couldn't use the pool. Yeah,
sorry.
it's so stupid because we couldn't use the pool as often anymore. We only went in the pool like 4 times a year, and we're a beach school. We went to the beach twice in 4 years.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean 4 years for me because some of it was like optional.
I love you.
Suck. I'm just glad I got the big lockers.
Oh, okay.
I got a big locker.
Yeah.
I climbed the ranks. I got myself a big locker.
They should
And-
put, like, outside lockers in the school.
It wasn't.
You know?
Yeah, no. Remember?
They took them off because supposedly people keep taking the shit out of the
No,
lockers.
no. The reason why they took the lockers out is because there's a lot of drugs there.
No, yeah, that too.
Because
I mean, the same thing is.
I remember Mr. James telling me it was because one of the drug family's daughter, a couple of them, like all their kids were going to Mar Vista back when he was like first started working there, and because of all the drugs that would be found in the lockers, they just took all of them out. I was just like, Mr. James, how old are you? He's like, you don't want to know.
Back in my day.
Dude, Mr. James is a billionaire. No, wait, not a billionaire. He's like probably like a millionaire. I'm fairly certain he was a millionaire at one point, and then he just retired to become a teacher. He's retired working as a teacher.
White.
It's Walter White.
He's Walter White.
It's time to cook. You know, because he was working on the oil rig a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
And he was the guy telling you where to dig because he knows he can find the oil. And then he helped built one of the calculators, like the really expensive kind. He wrote a book on calculators. He told me a very sad and tragic story. When he was working in the oil rig in Mexico, he'd go in the town every month and just buy a shit ton of comics.
Yeah.
And then the guy comes over one time. He's all like, "Mr. James, I know you you have a lot of money. I'll sell you this comic for $100." And he's just like, $100? No. And then he leaves. He finds out that was the first original Superman comic, like the original one. And he didn't buy it for $100.
Oh man, you know.
So he could have gotten more money out.
Yeah,
of
he
it.
could have gotten like extreme more money than that.
He's so old and so had enough money. He has, I think, like 3 Black Lotuses, like the OT Black Lotus. I'm just like, dude, that's like a $4,000 magic card. It's expensive. It's expensive.
No,
he paid his student aid too. Cause you know how you can assign a student aid.
Yeah.
But since when like he had like his system in the class was so set that a student aid could be done in an hour, or not in less than an hour, and then he'd have the student aid do extra personal stuff for him, like organize all his magic cards and all that stuff, and he'd pay him. I'm just like, oh, sounds amazing.
I don't know if you were there too. That we had like a little Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
No, I wasn't into Yu-Gi-Oh. I probably got into it later, but I didn't join any of the tournaments.
Like there's this part in the hallway where the pool is and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There was a tournament right there. Whoever would win first place got like a $30 gift card. That was amazing.
Man, dude, it took me like 3 or 4 like months to raise up money for a pizza party for my club because they cut off funding, and then I ended up just fucking paying for it.
Do it illegally, like I did.
That's what I did. But
no, what I did is I sold chips and everything in the corner. I'm like, yeah, you want some soda pop? He's like, yeah.
No, dude, I was selling. I was the kid that always had like a shit ton of backpacks because of all the clubs and the classes I was taking. So I had one backpack over my shoulder, like carry my book stuff. One backpack that had all my like art and like extras, and I had the duffel bag for our ROTC. But it was actually just my bag full of, like, sodas and chips, candies that I was selling. I was selling cookies, and I had a great deal. I'd buy those sugar cookies, like a 12-pack for 50 cents. And it was super cheap, and I'd sell them for, like, $1.
No, we, also another thing that we did in my house is that we opened the gate. You know how I have a big gate? Mm-hmm. We opened that, and then you go walk inside, and then we have, like, a stand with Tosti Locos and ice cream. That was, like, how we used to, like... got money out of it. Like, my mom's like, hey, you want to get money? Fucking sell stuff. You know?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I did. Money. when I eventually get a kid and they eventually go to school and hopefully not drop out because it sucks, I'll...
my daughter's going to become the new
I love how that's just
Monkey
like
King.
Our daughter?
Like...
No, okay. So
that.
After going to high school and then doing some college classes while I was in high school, it's probably different now, so I can revisit that thought. But like high school, honestly, you don't need it. You don't need to go to high school. You could have done online classes. You can be home taught, and that would have been a lot better because I learned so little in high school that was at all helpful. I still didn't learn to cook from high school. I learned cooking from watching you, watching my dad, and watching my mom. And then experimenting, and you've seen my experiments. Oh, one of the girls that I liked at Target, she got sick, so I was like, I'll make you soup, and she's like, I'm a vegetarian. Oh, I'll make you vegetarian soup. I didn't know how to make vegetarian soup. I didn't know how to make soup in general, like a decent soup. So I spent like 3 hours reading up on how to make soup, and then I started cooking the soup. But I didn't know you were supposed to, like, leave, like, you want the soup to be fresh, you don't let it sit. And by the time I took it to Target and she went to lunch, I brought it out of the fridge, and it was just a solid gloop. And it was so bland, and it tasted like nothing.
You tried.
It was
You tried.
It was so
You tried.
sad. You don't understand. It was a long-standing joke when I was working there. I don't think it's a joke now. Because Violet, Whitney, Mark, and Katie all tried some of the glue. And they're just like, it doesn't have any flavor. And I'm just like, damn. So I ended up like grabbing the salt packets and the Parmesan cheese and all from Food App.
To make it better.
And just started like tossing it on there. I'm just like, you know what? Don't eat it. I'm getting rid of this. I threw away the container too.
Oh man, no. That was horrifying.
I'm so sad.
No,
I need to learn to cook from the master.
Yes,
The
lettuce.
master as in.
That and I also learned some cooking from anime. It does not.
It does not
work.
work.
No, it doesn't look as good when you cook it. When you cook it normally, it doesn't take.
There are some animes that they have decent food,
like actual cooking stuff.
Looks nice.
Cooking based anime.
You know, I think I love like the art of the cooking in anime than my fucking
It
actual
looks so
cooking.
good, but then like when you make it in real life, you're like, this is a lie. They lied to me.
It's all lies.
It's a lie. No, in my school, like in high school, it was the food that they always did. I think because that school system is fucked up. I think one of the kids went inside the cafeteria and put hot sauce on the teriyaki already or something like that. And literally, I don't know how many, but they said that like around 30 people went home because the spice like hit their stomach. Like the system is so fucked up.
I got
that if you let a kid literally put hot sauce on or something in the food and poison it, what kind of system is that? You know, like you guys don't have nobody like to like guard or something.
No, they just let them walk back there, and then
yeah, you can literally ditch. Hey guys, just a heads up, our mic just braked and I accidentally ended up putting just like a 26-minute or 27-minute stop, so that's why you don't hear any more recording after that, and my friends had to go home, so sorry guys about this, and sorry for all this convenience, but I'll try to fix it later on. Sorry, little mistake. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and hope you guys enjoy this, and hope you guys put that like button and subscribe to my channel. Please make sure to go subscribe to Jonas, one of my friends that I used to voice act for him for GamerCat, and also he's a great friend of mine that I used to go to school. So today's question is, what do you do in school to make yourself not get bored? So just keep just write something down. I don't know. You play Yu-Gi-Oh, you play Magic. If you're not a nerd like us, well then you just had friends. I have no friends. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you guys take care.